Is it really possible to sleep less at night and wake up refreshed every morning like the Japanese seem to? What do they know that we need to know? Let's get into it. Fact: your brain doesn't measure sleep in hours, it measures sleep in cycles completed. That's why you can sleep 9 hours and wake up destroyed, while someone else sleeps 6 and feels unstoppable. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact neurological mechanisms that determine whether 5 hours leaves you wrecked or remarkable, as well as the centuries-old Japanese techniques that engineer this efficiency. And if you watch to the end, I'll share with you the single 10-second temperature trick that I use every night that allows me to drop into a deep, restful sleep every night, almost instantly. Picture this. You've tried everything. You go to bed early. You sleep 8, even 9 hours. You avoid caffeine after noon. But every morning you wake up in a fog. Your brain feels slow. Your body feels heavy. And you tell yourself, I must just need more sleep. But here's the thing. You're not sleep deprived. You're sleep inefficient. Your brain isn't getting what it needs from those hours because you're waking up at the wrong time in your cycle, fragmenting your deep sleep, and missing the biological signals that trigger restoration. Once I understood how to compress sleep into hyper-efficient windows instead of just adding more time in bed, everything shifted. Recent neuroscience research on sleep architecture and something called familial natural short sleep has completely rewritten what we thought we knew about sleep duration. When I stopped chasing 8 hours and started engineering sleep efficiency using these principles, I reclaimed an extra 10 hours per week. I wake up sharper than I ever did sleeping longer. Here's how we'll break this down. First, I'll show you why most people's sleep is inefficient at a neurological level. Second, you'll learn the 3 biological systems that determine sleep compression success. And third, I'll give you a 4-step framework to implement tonight. Let's start with what your brain actually does when you sleep. Sleep isn't one uniform state. It's a precisely choreographed cycle that repeats throughout the night. Your brain moves from light sleep into deep N3 slow-wave sleep, where your glymphatic system activates to flush out neurotoxic proteins like amyloid beta, then into REM sleep, where memories consolidate and emotions process. One complete cycle takes about 90 minutes. Most people need 4 to 5 cycles per night. That's 6 to 7.5 hours. But here's the critical part. If you wake up during deep sleep, even after 8 hours in bed, you'll experience severe sleep inertia, grogginess, brain fog, physical heaviness that can last hours. Research published in the last few years confirms this. Studies on elite sleepers, people with genetic variants that make their sleep architecturally more efficient, show they accomplish in 4 to 6 hours what takes others 8. Their brains cycle faster. They hit deeper stages quicker. They consolidate memories more efficiently. You can't change your genetics overnight, but you can engineer your environment and behavior to mimic this efficiency. I used to think I needed 9 hours. I'd set my alarm for 6 a.m. after going to bed at 9 p.m., and every single morning I felt terrible. Then I realized I was waking up at 9 hours, right in the middle of my 6th sleep cycle, deep in N3 sleep. The moment I switched my alarm to 6:30 a.m. to complete that cycle, I woke up clear-headed for the first time in years. Your body doesn't grade sleep on duration. It grades sleep on cycle completion and depth achieved. So the question isn't, how do I sleep more? The question is, how do I make every cycle count? Sleep efficiency isn't about sleeping less and suffering more. It's about sleeping less and waking up fresh. It's about consolidating restoration into fewer, higher-quality cycles. Here's the formula. Cycle completion plus deep sleep intensity plus 0 fragmentation equals maximum efficiency. When you align your wake time with cycle completion, you maximize deep sleep in the first half of the night. And when you add eliminating interruptions to maximize deep sleep, you get full restoration from far less total sleep time. This is what high performers in Tokyo figured out many decades ago, not because they have special genetics, but because their cultural practices make optimizing their sleep easy and productive, using these exact systems and mechanisms we are sharing today in this video. Lever 1. The core body temperature cascade. Your brain requires your core temperature to drop before it can enter deep sleep. The Japanese practice what is called Ofuro, which is taking a hot bath before bedtime, at around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which forces this cascade. You heat your body, then step into a cool environment. Your blood vessels dilate, and your body dumps heat rapidly through your hands and feet. A systematic review of passive body heating studies confirms this shortened sleep onset and amplifies deep sleep duration. The steep temperature decline is a biological trigger your brain can't ignore. Lever 2 is cycle-based timing. Most people set arbitrary wake times, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever fits their schedule. But your brain doesn't care about your schedule. It cares about cycle completion. If you wake at the end of a cycle during light sleep, you feel alert immediately. Wake mid-cycle during N3, and you're fighting sleep inertia all morning. Calculate backward from your wake time in 90-minute increments. That's your efficiency window. Lever 3 is strategic pressure management. When you sleep less at night, homeostatic sleep pressure, driven by adenosine accumulation, builds faster during the day. If it builds too high, your performance crashes. The Japanese practice of Inemuri, which consists of brief, strategic naps, manages this. NASA research shows that 20-minute naps will boost performance by 34% and alertness by 54%. You're not replacing nighttime sleep. You're distributing recovery across 2 optimized windows. Here's what makes this work. You're not trying to sleep better. You're just becoming someone who has learned to work with their neurology, rather than against it. People who successfully compress sleep, like so many in Japan, don't see it as sleep deprivation. They see it as sleep precision. They are sleep efficiency optimizers. They are high performers who understand that quality beats quantity in every domain, sleep included. Studies on identity-based behavior change show this shift is powerful. When you tie actions to your identity, they become automatic. You're not attempting sleep compression, but instead, you are. Someone who wakes up energized because you honor your cycles. You're someone whose brain flushes neurotoxins efficiently every night. And you're a sleep optimizer who engineers their biology instead of fighting it. This identity shift turns techniques into systems. And systems don't require willpower. Now remember that 10-second temperature trick I mentioned? We're about to get to that. But first, you need the implementation framework. Here are the 4 steps to build your sleep compression system, starting as early as tonight. Step 1. Calculate your cycle-based wake window. Start with your non-negotiable wake time. Let's say 6 a.m. Work backward in 90-minute increments. 4 cycles is midnight. 5 cycles is 10:30 p.m. Choose a bedtime that completes full cycles. If you're new to this, start with 5 cycles, 7.5 hours. Once your efficiency improves, test 4 cycles, 6 hours. Now, set your alarm for your cycle completion, not an arbitrary duration of time. This alone eliminates sleep inertia. Step 2. Engineer the temperature cascade. Here's that 10-second trick I promised you. 90 minutes before bed, take a hot shower or bath at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Stay in for at least 10 minutes. The moment you step out, here's the trick. Open your bedroom window for 10 seconds. Let cold air flood the room. Target 65 degrees Fahrenheit or cooler. Your body will now rapidly offload heat. This distal to proximal temperature gradient signals your brain to initiate deep sleep processes immediately. Wear minimal clothing. Your skin needs to dissipate heat. This creates a steep thermal drop that research identifies as critical for fast N3 entry. When you lie down, your core temperature is falling, melatonin is rising, and your brain transitions into deep sleep faster than through any supplement or technique. Now to step 3. Eliminate every fragmentation trigger. Compressed sleep only works if those hours are pristine. Every mid-cycle wake resets your progression and destroys efficiency. Remove all light sources. Even small amounts of light suppress melatonin. Use blackout curtains or a sleep mask and address all noise. Use earplugs or white noise sound machine if needed. 0 interruptions is non-negotiable. And though unpopular, avoid alcohol. It can and almost always destroys REM sleep in the second half of the night, exactly when you need it for cognitive restoration. Stop drinking fluids 1 to 2 hours before bed to prevent waking up to use the bathroom. If you can't do this during your worst, busiest week, the system is too big. Adjust it and work it from where you are. Shrink it until you can be consistent, and grow from there. Finally, to step 4. Anchor your circadian rhythm with morning light. Your circadian clock must be perfectly calibrated for compression to work. Wake at the exact same time every day, weekends included. Within 10 minutes of waking, step outside. Let sunlight hit your retinas. This suppresses residual melatonin and signals your suprachiasmatic nucleus to initiate wakefulness. In the evening, reverse it. 90 minutes before bed, eliminate bright light. Use dim, warm lighting. Avoid screens or use blue light blocking glasses. Add naps. Between 1-3 p.m. your circadian rhythm naturally dips. Take a 20-minute power nap, a Japanese Inemuri. Set a timer. Sit slightly reclined. Close your eyes. You'll discharge adenosine pressure without entering deep sleep that causes grogginess. Okay, let me address the 3 objections that always come up. Number 1. What if I'm already exhausted? How can I possibly sleep less? You're exhausted because your current sleep is inefficient. You're spending more time in bed but getting less restoration. Start with 5 complete cycles, 7.5 hours. Focus on quality and let your body adapt for 2 weeks before attempting further compression. Number 2. What if my schedule is chaotic and I can't maintain consistency? Then don't attempt aggressive compression yet. Focus first on cycle-based wake timing and temperature optimization. Even inconsistent efficiency beats inconsistent inefficiency. Once your schedule stabilizes, add the other elements. That brings us to number 3. What if I try this and feel worse? If you feel worse after 1 week, you've compressed too fast. Add back 1 cycle and keep moving forward. The goal isn't to suffer on minimal sleep. It's to find your minimum effective dose. Some people's optimal is 5 cycles. Others can reach 4. Listen to your cognitive performance, mood, and energy. Your body will tell you. Missing 1 night's protocol doesn't break the system. Quitting because you missed 1 night does. Your identity is bigger than 1 bad night. Here's what this all means. You don't rise to the level of your sleep goals. You fall to the level of your sleep systems. And your systems are just your biology in action. The average person sleeps 8 hours per night. If you compress to 6 hours through these efficiency protocols, you reclaim 730 hours per year. Let that sink in. That is an entire month of productive time added to your life. This is what getting 6 deep, uninterrupted, biologically aligned hours of restful sleep can produce. When you engineer rapid temperature drops, synchronize your cycles, anchor your circadian rhythm, and supplement strategically, you're not sacrificing restoration, you are concentrating it. You're accomplishing in 6 hours what most people fail to accomplish in 8. Here's your 24-hour challenge. Tonight, calculate your cycle-based wake time and set your alarm for cycle completion. Tomorrow morning, within 10 minutes of waking, step outside for light exposure. Just those 2 actions. Then come back to this video and leave a comment below to let us know what time you woke up. And how did you feel compared to your usual mornings? I read every comment because your growth and success are important to us. Not many know what we've shared today, but it works. Give it a try and keep us posted with your progress. If you want more neuroscience-backed strategies to optimize your life to be the best you, hit subscribe to make sure you don't miss our future video posts. I truly hope you have gotten a ton of value from this video. If you did, and you're serious about learning and becoming the best you this year, you will want to watch a recent video we put together that lays out the specific science-backed steps you'll need to build powerful life systems in your life. The very systems that will help you reach and even surpass your goals this year. Just click the video link on the next screen to access it. It's a game changer. We will see you there.